But at least here in city, we could start going around and meeting people and speaking to people, and actually like letting people know what the job's about, and and they're seeing the people that they're working with, and see
Hmm.
that that it's not all like straight uptight. We're a little laid
Yeah,
back, and
exactly.
it's a little, we're like family here. Maybe we can actually get people to join.
That's it, bro. That's what I'm trying to build. That's what I've been working
Exactly.
hard diligently to try to get that. And I knew I said my brother, I can go get my brother, bro, because like the relationship that we built, just individuals, and I was like, bro, this is a nice guy, and I was like, he was right in my face. I couldn't, I was like, bro, I was serious, like contemplating, like who can I don't know anybody competent, and then I said, bro, I don't know how in the world, I just didn't think about Tim, Then when your name just went across my head, I was like, oh, I know who I can ask, But I didn't know that you
Exactly.
wanted to. But I knew you was on the security thing, and I thought you maybe were going to feel the same way Dutch did. So I just put it out there, bro, and I was hoping that you actually took it, So
Oh yeah, more than definite. And hopefully, after a little bit of time, I can get Dutch up there in a good position too. I just think he has to feel it out a little bit more,
yeah,
because the
yeah.
last time, you know what I mean. I don't think I think he's a little bit more cautious this time. I don't think he wants to, dive into anything head first. So we're not like back and forth with certain things.
Yeah,
So he
but
doesn't know. I
things,
think he
yeah,
wants a more
it's
secure.
different.
So
It's different now because that's why I'm bringing you in as AG. You got the position of the of the guy that you would actually have to speak to. Like you were subordinate to. So like
exactly.
you are the AG now. Well, so you soon would be. You're not yet, but
Yeah.
you would soon be the AG. After once we get to speaking to Teller or whatever, and then we could like move forward with those type of situations. So the only person you had to speak to would probably be uh, you and us as a justice. And if we go a little farther, we'll have to bring Teller in and let him just look over everything if it get that far. But you know,
Yeah. Exactly. It'll be nice to be able to get cases on my desk and actually look over stuff and actually go through things and see what people have been up to and see what's actually
believe
going on in the city. So
AG, you're
that'll
not
be
gonna
interesting.
you won't have to worry about that. Once we get everything set, the case is gonna roll through.
Good. Good. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
but what I was saying is a lot of stuff that what you will find out is a lot of stuff we sell out of court. Like you're like even when you
With
guys were security.
fines and a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even when you guys were security, when I was up there in the Wonder, you just didn't know I was in my head actually settling a lot of cases. Even though we wasn't going to court, and it probably seemed like okay, what is the DOJ doing? We was actually settling and everything
Yeah. Yep.
through
Going through
civil
email
courts.
and
Yeah, it was civil
okay.
suits and a lot of things, criminal cases. They settle out of court a lot, or by the time they make it to court, they would probably get locked up again, and then like I said, they serve their time or
Exactly.
situation like that. So even like the DOJ do a lot of work. Oh, he giving it to me. Cromwell, wrong person. Cromwell gave me a document.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he gave the wrong person a
Sorry about
document.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, it happens. Understandable. You know how it is.
Yeah, we can finish it up here if you want to. Or you want? I want to step to. I always wanted to be secluded, so. Oh my God!
All right, but yeah, like I said, we
Right?
definitely do that for you as long as you're down for it and you're gonna be
Yeah, of
active.
course. I'm active. Yeah.
Then I think I'm gonna try to put in. There's some DOJ vehicles as well you guys could use.
Okay.
Um, so I'll keep you
Perfect.
guys updated on that. I'm sure you know where to find my email if you need to contact me about anything.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I've
got
seen
questions too.
seen your
Tell her.
email on.
What's up?
I just got the judge role. Do I supposed to have the justice role as well? Because I noticed some of the judges had justice as well. I'm the chief justice, but I only have judge. Do that matter? I don't know. I'm just asking you.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, I
Okay.
think one pays more than the other. Hold on.
Well, I
Let
need
me
to get
see.
the. I want to get the justice. If I'm doing the hard work. You see the work that I'm doing down here, Taylor. So.
No, you're good. Hold on. Let me see.
Thanks, you, bro. Yo, Tim, welcome aboard, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
What role do you have right now?
Yeah, I have chief justice, but in the Discord it only have judge. So they don't matter as long as I have the chief justice in city, right?
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, cool. So I'm good with that. I'm
Uh,
good where I'm at.
but yeah, you're good. That's the you're good with 8,000. I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. I mean, I'm good unless you want to boost it up. You know what I mean? It's on you
Yo,
guys.
Yoshi, bro. I like. Hold on. I ain't even gonna do that to you, anyways. Um, let me get you set up. Can you put a dot in the general chat?
You talking to Tim, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, yeah, I could do that in the regular email, right? I don't think I have the DOJ one anymore.
Nah, yeah, just the main general chat.
Okay, understood. I got you. Give me 1 second.
It's good to have you guys down here, Teller. We're gonna make this more. I mean, I like this. I like this. To have you guys, come on down. Have the government actually come down and help us out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is beautiful,
But
bro.
like I said, I know
Stuff going on.
the old faction, he wasn't really around. So I'm trying to be around more and try to get you guys all set up because
Okay. Appreciate
I
that, man.
know it's what you guys like to do. So
Yeah.
definitely get that rocking and rolling.
Cool, cool, man. I retired from the PD to do this, man. I was in PD at first, but shoot, I said, man, I noticed that the DOJ needed guys like us. I retired and came over here and do this full time. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, just to help the city out, bro. I love this city, bro. You guys do a wonderful job putting good things into the city. You got, moderating different situations, and I said, well, man, if I can get in here and just help this city be a little more greater, I mean, why not? Make the city great again.
Mhm.
And then especially out the blackout,
Exactly.
we've been good, so it's time to make our city great again, bro. And I just want to do my
Yep.
part and do that.
It's a beautiful place, and I mean, there's so many
Look at this beautiful.
spots
Look
in
at
this
this beautiful.
city.
Look at this beautiful.
Exactly. And
Look at this
even from the
beautiful
rule,
facility you guys got for us. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Such motivation.
I've been around, from the different cities and different counties, things like that. And this place is very fair. You know what I mean? It's just, and I enjoy it. So if we
Yeah.
can have
Oh, we appreciate it, man. We try.
more Rasta pasta in the sense of like stuff going on here at the DOJ, and stuff like actually going on. People actually seeing faces and stuff going on. I feel like it'll be a lot more welcoming for new faces.
Yo, yo,
Uh,
yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
so
What's
How
up?
Cromwell.
we
What's up,
doing?
Cromwell?
So
How
what
we
are you
doing,
guys doing?
brother?
Trying to get some any AG?
Yeah, what you
Yes,
said?
sir.
That's a new one right there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
How we doing today, Cromwell?
you guys told him the shark water that you're throwing him in?
I try to explain it, but I know you would. I know you would be able to go a little farther and dealt with it. But I mean, me and you, we're gonna have a meeting out of this right here, so we actually, speak to him and let him know what page we're on. So we gotta move as a unit.
Yes, sir.
But
Understandable.
yeah, I just want to get the angel down here so we can actually get him official, and
But
then
I'm
we.
gonna say this in front. I'm saying this in front of Teller, right?
Mhm.
Because I used to personally be in that position in a previous life, and I'm gonna tell you, let me tell you how you can stay a decent AG, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
whole point of being an AG is to be impartial, right? But
Exactly. You have to
impartial
be fair.
in the fact that if somebody does wrong, right, you are of the mind to punish said wrong. You know what I'm saying? Judges
Yes, sir.
can't punish wrong because we only judge and then make a decision. It has to be presented to us. You're like the lawyer for the government, more or less, right?
Yeah.
However, your entire role is to help law enforcement to enforce the law. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So whenever you see something on the penal code that needs some sort of tweaking or whatever, you're the one that make recommendations or make the changes. Well, if there's no Senate, but once the Senate is back up, you just make recommendations for something to be changed. But you
Okay.
basically work with police, right? And I'm gonna tell you from now because a lot of people don't like hearing it. But the AG doesn't report to police. Police report to the AGs. That is how it works. And a lot of people
Yeah.
don't understand that, but that's exactly how it works, right? Because when something goes
Yeah, because
wrong,
they work through federal government and stuff
right,
like that,
you're the
and
one
it's
that's gonna
state
they're gonna run to.
state
Oh,
power.
where's the age? Yeah. So I'm saying that is how that works, right?
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
I feel
And
like
I have everything. I went through all the stuff that DAPS or previous AG had up there, and went through all the previous notes and things like that. I copied them and
okay,
put them into my notes, and I've gone through everything, and I have all the rules and the laws and everything up right on my second pair of eyes. So I have
okay,
everything at all times right here. You know what I mean? If I ever need to reference anything or look through anything, I have everything right there
okay,
at any point to
all right.
reference
But
from.
pretty sure Dress City made mention of us wanting to change something in the court system. So and tell her this is for you to understand as well, because this is what caused issues in the past. People believe that judges report to the AG. There's no such thing. There's no such court and DOJ is not the same thing. DOJ enforces the law. Court basically judges people who are brought before for judgment. Let's look at it that way. It's as simple as that,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
The
judicial
judge,
attorneys.
the chief justice here, he runs the judiciary, that arm of the government, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The court of law, while the AG with the ADAs or the DAs carry people to court who have broken said law, which they enforce. So that's just to say, even though we have the DOJ system here in city, yes, the judge is there under the AG or whatever. We just do it that way because it's much more simpler to understand, I guess. But technically, on paper, the AG cannot fire a judge. That's not how it works, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But we will all work together to make sure the justice system on a whole just runs smoothly. So at the end of the day, we're all friends. Um,
Yeah, we're all here for
but
the people, trying to make everything run smoothly for the
right,
people.
That's it.
exactly,
That's what it's
exactly.
about.
Cause you got the you got chief justice as chief judge. You got chief attorney, and the DA is the AG is more like the chief attorney.
Chief law enforcement officer. Well, law enforcement officer, yes. So he's a executive power, while you're a judicial power. So it's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Exactly.
But yeah.
But it's not anything difficult in the city. I mean, like when I used to do it, or when I used to work with the what's his name? God, with Vinny as a DA. We work with police officers, help coming up with different things, planning out, I guess, operations, stuff that police need to do better to fight crime. That's basically going to be your
Yo,
aim of focus.
Tim, you might want to talk to the angel about your name change if this, since
Yeah,
they're here
yeah,
already.
yeah. They were trying to one of the I think a
He
developer.
paid
Oh,
for it
it never
already.
got
Yeah,
changed,
he
huh?
paid for it too already.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I'll
yeah.
do that. I'll have either someone do it, or I'll let you know in the
I think
DM.
they tried to do it and
Yeah,
they
I had
found
someone
it.
else try to do it, but I
Okay,
guess it didn't go through.
okay.
But
Because
yeah, we'll
my original
definitely.
name is a little foreign and it's a little hard for people to like spell out quick or do things like that. So I just figured I'd do something that's relatively closer to my email and just things like that, just
Yeah,
make it
of
easier.
course. But so do you guys need anything from me right now? Right
We
now,
got
Nah, I'm
meeting.
good.
That's all
yeah,
we
that
need.
meeting. Do you want like the leads, or do you want like the whole high command, like
Whole high
this?
command, because
So
one person hearing.
supervisors,
No,
uh,
that's not high command. No,
or not high
just
command. I'm dumb.
A1, A2,
Fucking
A3,
yeah, 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 yeah,
901,
yeah.
902, 903. Yeah, those guys. The orange name, purple name.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah,
All
them guys.
right. I'll try to set that. When is it? When are you available, Cromwell? Whenever.
Me,
Because it is my
I'm
mom's
here.
birthday, and I do have to go down to dinner and stuff right now.
Yeah, man. I'm around, bro. Just
So
because
I'll
we.
email
I'll be
you.
around too.
I don't know if Parks will be able to be there. He's at work till usually later.
I'll be honest with you. Park's position is a federal government. It's a, blah, 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 blah. Not a, it's a call it now. It's a political position.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone said that.
So if you guys do need anything, my DMs are always open.
Yep.
Okay.
Usually pretty fast on responding.
Oh yeah, you're
So
wonderful.
um,
Understand. We appreciate your time. Thanks for
Check
being
them
on.
cars.
Get this all
Throw them
sorted out.
cars in there too when you get a chance. Whatever nice
yeah,
vehicles.
I'm gonna look at the cars. I gotta
A
see and
nice
make sure
SUV.
they're
We need a nice
TOS
SUV.
TOS TOS
Crown,
what you call it,
Crown.
compliant.
What
Just
kind of
put your local
what kind of
cars
SUV
and
we
shit.
need? What
I don't
kind of
care.
SUV we need? Crown?
SUVs. Yeah, you can put like a one of the not the LE, that the regular baller, and probably there's this other one that looks like a G wagon. You should know which one I'm talking about. It looks like
I'll
a
look
G
for
wagon.
cool cars and I'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Put them in there for you guys, right? And then put a
Yeah, man.
Cool.
garage out there. All
Yeah,
that
Oh,
good
the
garage is
stuff.
good.
garage already out there already.
Oh,
Is
sorry.
it? Where's it at?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
over
I don't
to
even
the
know
right.
what's
right
at.
off to the
If you switch
right
to the
off to the
DOJ
side
job, you'll
over
see
there.
it.
Hey,
It's like
sir,
right.
Mr.
Right
You
Taylor.
want me to show you where it's at, or you
No,
good?
he can
Oh,
see
I
it.
Oh, you
see, I
should
see, I
see it.
see
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
see it, yeah.
Yeah, I think I was only able to see two vehicles in it last time.
It's like
Mr.
Who
four.
Taylor,
who needs to talk to me?
May right here.
What's up?
Can I talk to you over here real quick, please?
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we can, man. It's not. It's just
Yeah, talk to me, Crown.
I'm gonna tell you the situation that we're in right now, right? Before the whole
Okay.
blackout, we I was on the way to having a fully I mean I did have a fully functioning Senate because this is the
Okay.
state we wanted to go at it at that level because we feel like if you're going to use an attorney general, right, it's already state level, so
Yeah.
it's like having the attorney general senate, and then we can have things going smoothly, and then once we convince the federal government that we're in a position that hey we need an executive leader, then we can propose to them to bring in governor, lieutenant governor, and this
Okay.
secretary of state. So that's the main
That's what you're
background
pushing
in
towards
that's
right
yeah, it's a
now.
big picture here. But right now we need the OJ to be running smoothly, meaning we need to have some reins on police to have them doing things properly, doing
Okay.
proper reports and stuff like that. Because me and Versity here, we've been sitting down and going over the changes we want to make to the court system, which obviously we have to pass through you so that you can like what I mean be okay with
Yeah.
that. Because the attorneys will have to be on board with that change, and also PD, which is you oversee them. So, but they'll be at the meeting at the same time. So, um, we kind of want to have like a middle ground because the issues that we had before was that people with the bail system, people were kind of abusing it, and then some people kind of complained about it, and then federal government had an issue with it sometimes only when PD was doing it incorrectly. So
Okay.
a lot of citizens were complaining because how it is when a person
So, okay.
says not guilty, they are bailed out, bond out
All right,
on.
boys. I gotta fly out.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
be
Hi,
available
Yoshi,
in the
can
emails.
we run down to the
Okay,
shop
Okay,
real
cool.
quick?
Uh,
Yes, sir.
take it easy.
you guys have a good one, all right?
Appreciate it,
Man, same
Taylor.
to you,
Take
bro.
care. Thank you. Appreciate your time.
You got your job right, Tim.
Yes, I do.
Cool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
so it's just
Chrome.
like yeah. So we when they were built out, it was 3 times, and now it's 2 times. So the bail system is gonna change. That's one of the stuff that I guess will come under your regime because you're the one that kind of needs to
Okay.
sign it. After we make the proposition and stuff like that, you're the one that actually needs to sign it and announce it to the state. That's
Okay.
your job basically. It's not us.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So you guys come up with recommendations and ideas and things like that throughout the judicial
court,
branch,
yeah, for
and then
court
yeah,
specifically, yeah.
yeah,
For other
and
things,
then you bring propositions like that for from your guys' branch up to me, and then I can pass it to the government for you guys
I mean,
to pass it through.
once you look over it,
well,
you have to look over
technically,
it
all right,
too. So,
technically
It
we
has to
don't
be voted
we
through from them too, right? Is that kind of how it works, or
not necessarily, no, not yet, because the Senate is not
okay?
installed, not reinstalled as yet. And usually when something is going to be changed, like a policy or law or whatever, the Senate would vote on it, and then the Senate itself would announce the change, right?
Ah,
But if
okay.
it's something that is happening within DOJ, like something within the powers of DOJ, like changing bail, the attorney general can change that at will. It doesn't need to be. It doesn't have to go through the Senate.
Oh, okay.
So you would
Okay.
just make whatever change on a document for immediate release, or announce it, whatever. Just that you um kind of want a second hand. The second hand can either be deputy attorney general or a DA. Those are like those two persons are equally as important, especially the district attorney,
Okay.
because they're going to work very much hand in hand with police. They're the main prosecutor. I think you should. I mean, you have an idea. You should. You
Yeah,
mean you
yeah,
know how that works,
yeah. I
right?
know
Yeah,
what it. Yeah, I know what it is.
right.
Yep.
So they're the right. So they're the main prosecutor. So you cannot execute. You know, can't prosecute without them. You need them.
Yeah, so we got
That
to
type of
find
stuff.
a
Uh,
DA to fill
yeah.
that position. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Um. So but when it comes to upper level management stuff, because that whole high level body don't exist. We have the chief justice here. He'll make recommendations. I'm there as well. You'll probably have me there with making recommendations, and for you to just review them and call for a meeting. We can attend the meeting, obviously, and PD, because anything of late that will probably make any changes, it'll probably affect PD, or that type of stuff. In terms of creating new laws, I think we're gonna wait until the Senate is in
Okay.
full
So we got some
whatever.
power
Yeah,
up there. Okay.
yeah. But if any laws that needs to be changed, like off the bat, like no, because of an like important emergency, then the Chief Justice will just change that from that
Okay.
Supreme Court level type thing, whatever.
Understood.
So bail is gonna change. What it was before was, say for example, somebody has some charge, they racked up some charges. The charge is like 250K, right? So bail would be like 750K. A lot of people complain about it because some police told them that they had to pay it, whilst we gave a directive that no, they don't have to pay it. Bill them the 750, and if they don't come to court and they abscond bail, and we cannot find them, or a warrant is released for them and everything,
Yep.
then that money would just automatically just come out of their account and they'll still be wanted anyways.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. So
the
the
thing,
police needed a little bit more of like they weren't just scripting it as well. They were just kind of letting people. You're just telling them that they had to pay that money and that was their fine.
right? So we're
Okay.
gonna change it. We're changing it because even the federal government had an issue.
Okay.
People were complaining that it was too much, and like that. But it's my thing. It's two sides of the story. I mean, like, if you cannot think that shooting a cop is a good idea. Nobody
Yeah.
thinks that
Exactly.
shooting a cop is a good
Exactly.
idea,
Can't be. It's
right?
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You're a crim. It's common sense for you to at least go look at the penal code. Look at the crimes you're about to commit and see what you stand to pay out your ass if you get caught. You look at it.
Exactly.
Attempted murder is X amount, and you're going
I
through
mean,
three
some
cops,
of
and then you
them.
complain about the bail money. I don't get it.
Yeah. Or you got
All right,
people that
but
come up here and they'll try to take, him hostage and they'll
oh
be upset
oh
about
Yeah, they will.
some.
They will.
oh, let them try
Yeah,
because
they
the
have.
chief justice is a
It's
government official,
isn't it
so
Safe
that's going
Haven
to
Act,
be
isn't it?
um
Breach of Safe Haven.
Yeah.
yes, it would.
Yeah, so that I
So
was
that's a
reading
federal
that
offense.
I was reading that charge and I was like, God
You saw that
damn.
charge. That was the
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
first.
yeah.
That's
I
Yeah.
was
that's
It's
the
reading
crazy.
through all
only.
that.
That's
Yeah.
one of the offenses that the Senate before the blackout put in place. I'm the
Yeah,
one that.
I
No, it
I
wasn't
just
me.
read it. Last night I was
Senator.
going through all over every like type of crime that could be committed,
Uh,
basically,
uh,
all the fines and what they would
uh,
have to pay and
yeah,
probation and all that stuff. So I was going all over that last night, seeing
yeah.
yeah.
Over time, you can make changes to that. You can make changes to like speed limits.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make changes to speed limits and any federal stuff. For now, anything that is below federal, if you want to change it, just tell us your idea, and if we're okay with it, you can go ahead and just change it and then inform
Okay.
PD, right? The public will see it whenever they breach that thing. But when it comes to the federal offenses, that may need some sort of voting on because those are really high.
Yeah.
Changing them lower up or higher, can impact the entire society on a whole in a very
Okay.
dramatic way.
Okay.
Um,
Understandable.
but yeah, that Safe Haven Act that's the only law that went through the entire process that we have in place for the Senate. It was presented first at one hearing, then it was listened to and everything. Then a second hearing was had, and then we had a big assembly that persons came to, and then it was presented and voted on in before the public. It was literally televised and everything. It was voted on, and then after it was voted, it was
That's awesome.
passed.
Learning
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
pretty
no,
cool.
I honestly think
this.
that's a great, law to have in place. It really keeps people from because I was told about it before, somebody came up here and they were doing trouble and somebody said don't do
Mhm.
that, you'll breach that Safe Haven Act. And somebody was like, okay, and they took off from here, so we've had a little bit of experience of people speaking about it in city
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
already,
yeah.
so
Yeah, that's
people are
good.
a little wary
Yeah.
about it. You know what I mean?
Okay,
They're
that's
scared.
good.
They don't want to get hit with that.
That's a good
I
thing.
mean,
That's
that's
good.
almost what $500,000, dollars in fines. Like
Yeah.
whew,
That'll
that's a
bankrupt
steep
you for
price.
real. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you have no damn money, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
screwed
Yeah.
there. You'd be
Yeah.
putting assets up.
And
So,
The,
both of
the,
you guys are on that because you're both government official, AG and
yep,
Chief Justice.
yep,
then you got to come before us. You know we're gonna bet you at the park.
yes, sir.
um, so the change that we're gonna make, I was gonna type it. I need to type it out, but the change. I mean, I did kind of type it out in Versetti's emails, but we can like
Yeah.
copy it onto something. But the change we
Okay.
want to make is, and I'm not sure if you got hold on, one second. Let me find it.
Yeah, take your time. I'll definitely need the email for the DOJ again and stuff like that. Let me back into that. I hopped out of that when all the stuff kind of went blackout and everything like that previously. So
We can get Crown to invite you back, and if he don't, I will.
Awesome. And I think there's another one that everybody was a part of that I wasn't.
The faction.
Yes, yes, that was the one that AG was supposed to, invite me to last time, and I don't think he ever got around to doing it. So.
Let's see, Crown. Can you invite him to both the DOJ and the faction? I was trying to, but
No,
uh,
I don't have those rights. I think the Chief Justice should have those rights in the
uh,
factions one.
oh yeah, oh, 1 second. I
Maybe
don't know. Hold
you
on.
should. You should.
But I can always write up a ticket to them or get a hold of Teller and them and let them
Yeah,
know.
just message Taylor and tell him to invite you and give you. Once he gives you the Attorney General roles, you're gonna have a lot of power in the main one. The other one, Versetti has to invite you and give you the Attorney General
Okay,
thing.
beautiful. Yeah, I'll send him a little email right
Yeah.
now. Okay.
This one didn't go through yet. I guess we can sit down and talk about this one since you're now the incumbent Attorney General. It was some changes to the legal processes surrounding indictments for murder, attempted murder of LEO, regular attempted murder, deadly assault and battery on law enforcement, blah 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 blah, and assault and battery with a deadly weapon.
Okay.
Essentially, what we wanted to do was to not um give persons the hold on, let me see, hold on. Right, was to not give the persons the ability to say guilty and then just go off. Because we had some officers that were sadly promoting this kind of behavior where they lazily were like, oh, we caught you red-handed, man, you shot me, blah 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 blah. You're facing attempted murder. Plead guilty and I'll give you like 5 months or some crap like that.
So they
That's
were
not
trying to
helping you.
drop the charges just to
Yeah,
get them to plead guilty.
exactly. That first of
Okay.
all,
Yeah, no,
they
that's not
cannot
how
do
that.
that.
That's not how
Yeah,
that's supposed to go. You get a charge, you get a charge. You're supposed to do the time.
yeah,
I mean, I can understand. I know some people were working on certain fines and certain things like that, especially if like the person was very cooperative.
yeah.
But like, I mean, if you're getting caught, doing a crime red-handed, I mean, you're killing an officer, shooting at an officer, or doing something in the violent nature, you know what I mean, of that sense, I think it definitely needs to be, you know what I mean,
Two
taken to the full
things,
degree.
two things, especially what you just said. Yes, they should do the fine and time, but two things that you're gonna find out real quick that's an issue is that whilst when a person pleads guilty, the the um the fine and time is basically up to the officer's discretion. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I've
some
seen it through
persons
their
feel,
reports.
some people feel like they have to give maximum time. You don't have to. That's something that you was the AG when you do meet with PD high command, which that's one of the things that you're probably gonna have to do a lot. Have meetings with PD high command to send
Yeah,
message down. Um, is to tell them that the officers need to customize their fine and time. If you say, yeah, this person is cooperative, all right, this charge is 90 months and 50K. I'm gonna just, I'm gonna bill you 30K and give you like 30 months. Fine. And that is fine. But you can't be like, oh, I'm gonna give you the whole 50K and let's give you 5 months. No. And they can't offer, it's not an offer. You read out the charges, ask them their plea, whatever their plea is, then you make a
then you go
decision
off
with
of
your
it. Okay.
discretion. Your
You
discretion
can't
is
go.
not an
You can't
offer.
make it. Yeah, you can't make your
Yeah.
decisions before you have, what I mean, an
Right.
actual plea.
Right. You get
Okay.
them to sway a certain way. It's
Yeah,
illegal.
yeah. No, exactly. You can't coerce people in a
Right.
direction. It has to be
Right.
done. You know what I mean? Uh,
Free will.
through exactly, free will by themselves. So
Um, the the main change that this document, I'm gonna send it over to you because there probably could be some changes based on the course system that we have, but I'm gonna send this to you
okay,
after come in and stuff. Um, the changes to the charges I told you, attempted murder, murder, and battery and assault with deadly weapon, is that persons will not be asked by the officer anymore what their plea is. You automatically will just be given bail. However, the bail system that we're going to change, you'll be given bail and you must come to court. Two things that solve. One, it slows crime down from that person because now this person is locked into a whole bail system that if they breach bail, they'll be in way more trouble than the norm, right?
yep,
And at the same time, it will have them rethinking their decisions, and it helps the soul because there was one time I'm gonna tell you from there's one time when things were really dark, where people were just driving around with class 2s on their back, shooting up this business, doing that all kind of stuff. Like people just didn't care because the justice system wasn't punishing them enough.
okay,
It wasn't punishing them
That's
enough,
true.
and we
That's
we
true.
needed to find a way. how to slow down crime. So
Mm-hmm.
this change, plus the change I'm about to tell you, the big one in a
Yeah.
second, will help to slow that. That was the idea, right? But obviously, it needs to be backed by you because really and
Come
truly,
on.
it's kind of
Put
something
that
that needs to
put
come
play that
from
for
your
me if you
desk
love
per
if you don't
se.
mind.
Yep.
So it has a list of conditions for bail that persons will have, and the PD will utilize these bail conditions. But for attempted murder of Elio, I'm sorry, attempted murder of Elio, you shouldn't just be pleading guilty and going off with 10 months. I'm sorry, you need to take your ass to court, pay some money, pay court fees, go through the entire thing and slow you down.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it will let crims start thinking much more smart, or smarter, or smartly,
Exactly.
or if you want to say
Be a
that,
little bit more
be doing the
organized out there
dumbest.
than, yeah.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Seems a little
And
bit
for
more professional in that manner, not
right,
rolling up on anybody, snagging
right,
anybody up, doing silly stuff. It actually
right,
seems professional, so that makes the Rasta
We
pasta
meet
better
up.
too.
right.
Get I told them get him
Exactly.
together and
Yeah,
That's the whole
that's
point of this
brilliant. I mean,
document.
you have my
we had a
full
cool.
support
I'm a
on
good
that
recruiter, ain't
idea.
Right. That's
I? I'm
one
gonna have a
thing.
whole
That's
look. I'm
one
gonna have a
thing,
whole
right? But you see,
DOG
the thing is, the
made.
reason why I'm saying
Yeah,
it to you, I'm glad
that's
because I
my
wasn't,
new
I didn't have
judge right
anybody to say
there.
it to before because
Yeah, he's
AG,
very
right?
smart. This is
The
the
reason I'm
attorney
saying to you
general.
is because really and truly, you're the one that's gonna
Hmm. The
per
black guy,
se
he
meet
Push
judge.
it,
with
yeah,
PD
yeah,
to
push
push
it
it
through
into their
them.
heads. Because
Yep.
technically,
Yeah.
we are not supposed to meet with PD as judges. Because that
The
will,
first black man
I'm telling you
judge.
from now, we have more than one meeting with PD, and I can see a civilian jumping up and saying, "Oh, judges are coercing or basically, collaborating with PD, or
Yeah.
they're for PD. Why are judges meeting with PD? Judges don't meet with PD. I'm sorry, it just doesn't happen
Yeah.
because we need to
Exactly.
be impartial. But it's your job to do it, so we can go
Yep.
through you, right?
Yes,
Um,
sir.
Say that. Say that. Say that, Crown.
the bigger change that I talked to Chief Justice Versetti with about was to change bail, the entire justice procedure works. So person gets arrested, right? Person pleads guilty. Then if it's not any of these that I just named, then the person will face the fine and time at the discretion of the officer. Fine. If the person pleads not guilty, right, the person will now be fined 25% of the maximum charges. The maximum fine of the charges? No, I'm sorry. They will be fined 50% of the maximum charges and they will be
Okay.
sent. They will be sent to spend time up in Bolingbrook, sweep some grass for 25% of the time. The reason why we're doing it this way, and obviously it's more of a makeshift thing, is because PD have always complained about persons abusing the bail system and persons who are subject themselves to being caught breaking the law is complain about the money being too much for bail, right? And there's been multiple times that officers
So
mess
now
up
you, so now
the
you're
bail
giving them a
stuff.
little bit of an option to,
Right?
make it a little bit cheaper and make their time a little bit less.
Well, it's not going to be less because you're going to serve the 25% of the
Okay.
time. The 75% of the time that is left or more, because a judge is not really limited to the maximum, they can go above, is left
Okay.
to court. So now when you plead not guilty, you pay 50% of the maximum charge, or it's billed against you, whichever, right?
Okay.
And you are sent to jail for 25% of the time. When you come out, you get a lawyer, and then you're contacted by that lawyer or whoever, the prosecutor, to say that your court case is this, and this is when the court case is gonna be. Obviously, we need some lawyers to come in. We're working on that as well.
Okay.
So persons will reach out to a lawyer, get a lawyer. The lawyer will tell them our court case is this day. When they come to court now, court trial goes through like normal, right? Opening statements, objections, whatever, whatever, whatever. When Versetti now finds a person, let's go with the not guilty first. So when Versetti finds this person are on the charge of attempted murder, I find Mr. John Doe not guilty, right? Now he'll get a money award for the 25% that he serves, awarded by the courts, and the 50% that he paid before. If he paid it, he'll get the money back. If he didn't pay it, they'll
Oh,
cancel
okay.
the bill against his name. And
Okay.
the arrest
That's
record is removed from his name
beautiful.
entirely, right?
Okay. So
When the
that's
person's
beautiful.
guilty now, the person's guilty now, right? Based on the circumstances that the judge finds out during the trial, the judge can go above the 75% time that is left and just pick a time based on what is found out. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Because some people, the case might just say attempted murder of Elio, right? He shot the officer. But then,
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of investigation going on, but once we get in a courtroom, we can actually,
right, yeah,
get
when
down
they,
to it, speak about it,
yes,
hear everybody's sides of the story. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Review, body cam, things like that, and actually, discuss what happened.
Yes.
You
So
know what
say
I
for
mean?
example, we see on the body cam and the officer testify, right? Because remember, an officer is unconscious, he's not going to remember anything. But his body cam shows like the guy shoots the officer, right? And he goes over to him, shoots him again, and spits on him and whatever, whatever. Judge
Yeah.
might be like, "You're disrespectful." So guess what? I'm a tack on the a battery charge and just give you an extra 20 months on top of what you were going to get. So now instead of getting 100 months, you're going to get 120, and I'm going to bill you the other
Okay.
50%. So, that's just
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
a
sir.
raw
Yeah, no, that's
example.
that's smart. That's very
Right.
smart.
So
It'll keep
that's
people
what's going to
from
happen.
doing excessive stuff too. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, oh,
Right.
I could be caught by cameras doing more stuff than oh, just doing the crime and
The
getting out of
charge.
there. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of them they do excessive stuff like that. They'll take cops out of
Mm-hmm.
the car, drive them around, throw them in the
Mm-hmm.
river. I've seen stuff like that on camera. So, I
Yeah.
mean, we don't want anything like that happening. So I feel
I
like
can.
that, like you were saying, slow down crime. That'll definitely put
Yep.
a dent in
And
it too.
yeah, man, deter them because that's going to be my thing. If I see extra stuff, I see a charge says attempted murder, I just know that there's going to be some extra to it, right? And I'm gonna ask the judge myself. I'm gonna ask the officer when he's on the stand myself certain questions like, "How did you feel?" or certain things, or describe this section of the body cam that even the prosecutor didn't even say something. I want to know exactly what that person did right there. So watch second after this timeline of the body cam, tell me exactly what you observed, and I'm gonna make my use that to help make my decision. You hear what I'm saying? So it's not gonna just be, oh, just because you shot a cop, then, oh yeah, I just get the charge for shooting a cop, and you know you did some extra stuff like robbing the cop or shooting up the car or blowing up the police government property or that type of stuff. You gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get the extra. So that's the whole point. When the person is found guilty, obviously the charge stays on your account and it's marked as guilty. Somebody's coming, so I have to stop saying what I'm saying.
How are we doing?
What's up, bro? You
Yo,
good?
What's up? Yeah, I'm trying to get a job.
Yeah, you see this gentleman with
uh,
the purple
the
shirt over
blue
there?
purple shirt and yellow tie. Right. So yeah, and and then the person is sent for whatever time the judge decides, and fine. Also, the judge will make an order that the person be billed. I guess the judge will bill the person for court fees and that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's so DOJ will get money.
Yeah, we gonna make sure we do that.
Yeah, that will go into your tilly, your pocket there, AG. uh,
Go on your
um,
titty.
yes, sir. So we'll make sure that we bill for stuff like that. And I've been working on the document system. If you think of slash docs,
Come
you will
on,
see. Um,
my love.
well, there are some documents. I made an example of each, but to create, you can create any of those. So if you think of slash documents, and then you click on the plus sign, and you click on the second one, you will see a lot of you see what's eight eight
Oh, okay. See them
documents.
here. Yep. DOJ arrest
I
warrant,
made those
search
as
warrant, subpoenas, civil summons, FOIA requests, court
Mhm.
orders, bar license, and willing testaments.
All
Okay.
right. So 7 of those are fictional. The last one is actually real. I just did that for somebody.
Oh,
The last one is actually a real document. But the other seven, those are fictional. But they're all examples, just the same, that we can look at. Um, if in case anybody doesn't remember how to write them up or what, just to keep it simple as possible. But to create a document, you would just go there, judge document, and you just click create new at the top right, and then you'll see the long list of the different documents that you can actually create. Those documents, you can send them to people to just look at it, or you can download it to a physical thing in your pockets and you can give it to persons. So that is how
okay.
we're going to do warrants now. The officers are going to apply for the warrant the same way in the faction code. Once it's
Okay.
it's
They come here, get it,
yeah, they have to come
upload
here.
it. Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's a lot better than doing it through the email. It's actually very
Yep.
realistic.
Oh, it's
So
docs,
yeah,
right?
that's awesome. Yeah,
No,
documents.
no, documents.
Okay.
S at the end.
Yeah, no, this is very intuitive. This will be very
Yeah.
easy to see this and go into effect.
And any other documents that you have in mind, AG, that you want to be made, just let me know and I'll just create the template for you and everything. can test
Okay.
it and then see if you like it, whatever.
Yeah, I think out of all the, I think the only other one that we need in there at some point is like a name change. I know that one gets used sometimes. Other than that, I think you got majority of them right there so far that we would
Yeah,
need at the moment.
I think we're gonna need like marriage certificate, marriage license, maybe bar license is on
Oh, what
there.
about I know we need one for store owners to apply for their weapon license.
Oh my God, Cromwell,
Oh
Cromwell,
yeah,
you
that
is a
one.
genius. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
Cromwell,
So
is you a fucking genius, bro?
what?
I'm just saying, bro. Like, how in the hell you do all that? Like, that's one day, bro. I mean, this shit is crazy. I'm sorry. I'm
Ain't
sorry, guys. Just keep going. It's just, I mean, bro, we just spoke about this yesterday, bro. How did you do all that? Oh my
it took me like an
gosh, bro.
hour. I made them,
Man,
and then I made the
you
video
gotta
and I
be that
sent you the
magic,
video,
right?
so you have the video.
Yeah, this man right here. All right, yeah, go ahead, guys. I'm sorry. Just
So
Yeah,
as
I
I was
did
saying,
make a system for that
okay,
where a Google form exists that business owners can apply for their business weapon. It was supposed to be, I mean, we knocked it down to the DA doing it, or it's supposed to be some person that work in DOJ under
okay,
you. I mean, it can be you. We didn't want to like give that menial task for you to be out there in the open too much. We gave it to the DA. I was a DA at the time, so I went to the
yeah,
person's place with a police officer. We investigated the place, looked at it. They told us, showed us where their storage is going to be, where they would store the weapon and that type of stuff. And once it was done, then we made the the actual license and give it to them. Right.
okay,
Once they have the license now, then they'll go to PD and they will get
apply for it there,
right.
pay for it
They'll,
and
they,
everything.
yes, and they'll tell us the serial number and everything. Well, PD has a form that they would just put in the person's name, put in the business name, put the weapon serial number, and submit it. Once we get that, we take it from that and we put it on a master list. The master list has I put some functions in it where it will give the issue date and then give the expiry date. So it will give us like a warning when it's going to expire, and then the persons have to be inspected and then reissue the new license again. And they have to pay
Okay.
for the new one again every 30. I think it's every 30 days or something
Yeah,
like
it
that.
was every 30 days, and it was open and
Okay.
inspection every 14 days or something like that. I was
Right.
reading.
So yeah, so you read through it. Yeah, I was the one
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
wrote that
I
up
was
and
reading
stuff.
through all the stuff last night. I sat for probably a good like 3 hours reading through everything I could find on the what I
Yeah,
could access
wonderful.
on the email.
nice
So
man. That's good.
That's
That's good.
wonderful.
Yeah.
yeah, of
I
course.
made that one because people were like, "Oh yeah, we need weapons to protect ourselves." Blah blah blah. So I made
Yeah, I
that one.
mean, even like the smaller store owners, I mean, they definitely deserve protection. I mean, I own a liquor store uptown. I've already been shot twice inside. You know what I mean? And my security camera, so deal, and they can't even rob the liquor stores. You know what I mean? It doesn't even allow you to do it. There's nothing you can do there, but people always still come and try, and shoot the place up, and you know, so
It's crazy.
it happens.
And I remember when you actually came up with that. I think I was sergeant. I was sergeant when Cromwell wrote that in.
Mm.
Yeah,
Is
that
this is this you? Is this you that applied for this? Is Nova 417
for what
name
for which?
change?
Yes, yes, that was me.
Yeah, it's him.
Your name is 26.
Name
That's
is
what it
26.
says. What is your
Oh.
current legal name? And you put
Oh
26
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it meant I was going over my stuff, and I think I just got done doing paperwork just previously for something else that day, filling
Oh,
out like out of city stuff, in my head doing stuff. So I think I put my
Yeah,
age, and I had told previous AG about it after I had already applied it, and he told me that he would change it. So he put it in the change or whatnot for it.
oh, okay. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you're
and
gonna be AG now.
Teller came down and he tried to uh get it all settled for me a couple nights ago with the name change, and I left city and I came back and they weren't able to get it
my
to
love.
work. So I think he tried to put somebody else on it right now, but I don't think they were able to figure it out yet. So I think they're still working on it. But I mean, there's
Oh,
quite a few
gee.
things that has to change. You know what I mean? In the city that has your name on it. You know what I mean? So I can imagine it's a little bit of a process. You know?
I mean, all right. Here's what I can do. I mean, I can take it because I was the one that used to do it, and I guess I can continue doing it. Because I have a document that I actually do them in when persons apply for it.
Okay.
I tell them to whatever. I email them, tell them that so and so and so. I'm accepted because we do background checks on persons first, obviously.
Yep.
I mean, you'll be alerted. What I'll have to do is, geez, I will need to go back into the. You have to remind me to do. I can probably do tonight. What time is it? I can probably. I'll do it tonight. Because when persons apply in the other Discordia, the DOJ one,
Yeah.
it will, when the application comes in, like I did a trigger for it, so it comes up in Discord, right? It
Yep.
will tag. So I just have to remove Versetti's name, good lord, Vinny's name, and put your name.
So it'll alert me and let me know when
Yes,
things
when
are
a
popping
name
up.
change
Okay.
is done, is applied for. Same thing with DOJ applications as well. Um, I will do that, and then I guess I can continue doing the name changes because I'm pretty quick with it. I look it over. If it's, I check the person's name in the MDT. You can see the MDT by flexing K, by the way, so you can
Yeah, yeah,
see
yeah. I have that
all these
just
police
right here.
officers' reports and see what they're writing and that type of stuff. Me personally, even as a D, when I was DA, I never went to a police officer straight. I went to his commanding officer, one of his commanding officers, because I don't talk directly to low level police. It's not that I don't. It's just that it makes no sense.
It just keeps a lot of
Yeah, because it's not going to correct it. If I tell your supervising officer, your commanding officer, then they're the ones that will be the rod of correction to get that to be fixed, right? Um, so I'll make that change, and I guess I can take up the name change and stuff because I'm pretty quick with it. If the person is clean, never don't have any records or anything, then I'll just go ahead. But if the person have a record, then I'll reach out
Yeah,
to a high command.
they were able to push it through. I think they were just having
They did it.
issues on their end, like
Oh,
Angel
to
and
actually do it.
yeah, actually doing it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
like they I was passed for it. Like everything was good. Teller was had me coming in and out of the city a couple times trying to get it to actually register. It just still
Oh,
hasn't yet. So they're trying to figure out what's up with
why?
it right
Okay,
now.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, why it's not doing it. So.
So who would you want to? I mean, in the future, for persons who apply in the future, you still want me to take it on, or
Yeah,
you
yeah,
Yeah,
find
no,
somebody
yeah.
more
else to do
than
it?
definite, especially if you know how to do it and you can get it done very quickly and
Yeah, I
go
mean,
through the
I'm the one that
MDT
made it,
before.
so
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So,
he
I mean,
made everything. He made
if you're
everything.
more
I
if
made
you're more
most of the
familiar
stuff.
with it, then yeah, then more than
Right.
definite. But if you're not able to handle it, and I'm in city, then I'm more than willing to step up and handle it
Okay.
for you, and do stuff. We could delegate things around here, and we're a team here. We help each other out and we get everything done together here.
Yeah,
So that's what it's about. You know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It sounded that was a lot. I like that. It was a big information dump.
Yeah.
You got any
Me
more?
too.
It's a lot more. But
The penal code though. You said you looked over penal code.
Yeah, all
The
the
yeah,
different laws and stuff like that.
it's not the one that you're probably looking at because you said something with $500,000. Hold on.
so yeah,
I think they're older laws. They are from like 2022 is when they were all put in there by Mills. These ones that I'm going through.
No, the
So
one the which one? Oh no, I don't know. I don't know which one that is, but it was revised when the whitelist city came out. So I went ahead and I renamed the document Hideout WL/ public state law. That is
okay,
the one that is supposed to be used. That is the one I'm confident that is being used because I did talk to the commissioner. I did talk to PDI command um right before the blackout that this is the one because there was a wipe. There was a city wipe, obviously, but the economy was reset. So there's no way we could be charging persons a certain amount for certain stuff. So it was changed. Even the federal government, Mills, reached out to me and we said that yes, it was revised, and we actually went through and we made this one. Me and somebody else, we made it. Well, add to it and fix it up and tweak most of the stuff. So I need to actually get you added on there as an editor, so you can, feel free to, like I
look
said,
over
any of this stuff
docs and look
is
through
not
things.
federal. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
that if you change anything
And
that's below federal,
if I end up going over anything or before I ever do any of that decisions, anything will be, what I mean, brought to you guys so we can discuss it and speak about
yeah,
it, just
him.
so you know.
Yeah, yeah, this Chief Justice. this got tough out there.
Yeah, of course.
But you have to talk to PD about it because most of the changes obviously is going to affect PD. The reason why I
Hmm.
said PD first, well, the Chief Justice first, but PD definitely 110% needs to be roped in because any change that you make, they have to change it on their back end in the MDT to reflect the same thing, right?
Okay.
So yeah, so that's the thing, and you kind of
So
want
just
to,
making sure everybody's on the same page before
yeah, you want
anything's
to propose
actually
it
Yep.
first. Then when they accept, you change it. Both of you guys change it at the same time. Change it on the document, and they change it in the MDT at the same time. Because you
Understood.
don't want it. Yeah, you don't want it
Step on
changing.
toes, people getting upset.
Right.
I understand that
Right.
not everybody's in the loop. Nobody,
So
we gotta have everybody on the same page.
I'm pretty used to the DA introducing himself to the PD. With the AG, you had to introduce yourself as well. I'm saying, is that normal practice for the AG have to introduce himself to the PD?
I mean, we could do that at the meeting.
Yeah.
And you can call meetings, by the way. Like I said, like I was saying,
Okay.
PD doesn't report to you. Like usually when they're having the big meetings, they're supposed to tell you, or you should they should ask you if there's anything that you want to say, any input, any new things or whatever.
Okay.
Um, that type of stuff. Um,
Yeah. So, hey man, I mean, you got it on your table. I mean, it's on. Pretty much. You pretty much hear what he's saying, so you pretty much got an idea of what you have to do. So
yeah,
Yeah.
everything
No.
else is up to you, man. Or you wanna, you know, um,
yeah, you can free.
conduct yourself. That's up to you.
You
Me
you the boss now.
personally, I try to focus most on crime fighting because every other thing is just at a standstill right now. I mean, after the Senate comes in, then I think you can look at having what. No, it wasn't. No, it was. Who did we talk to yesterday about coming up with a policy for private security companies?
That was me.
That was him.
That was you. Oh, the
Yeah.
beard look.
But yeah,
Is it the
unfortunately.
beard that's different or just the outfit?
Mm-mm.
No, just the outfit. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
when I'm out there, kind of like in the shit, I try not to look like me so much. You know what I mean?
Okay, I
Just so
understand.
I'm not snagged up, taking hostage, things like that. Try to blend in a little bit with
Okay,
my surroundings.
I
Yeah,
got
so
you.
so we just brought him on up, but I mean, we gotta get a DA in here too. So
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the hunt for it. I'll definitely be out there, and I'll
Yeah,
get the
that's
public relations up a little bit and start meeting people and seeing, kind of spreading the word about everything that the DOJ is actually getting up and running, and we need people. So
yeah. What we've been telling people is that they can like quote unquote gangs that they can make a cousin and tell them that we'll train their cousin in how to basic law understanding, different
and the
type of
good
stuff.
part about that is if they got a cousin that understands the law, then their other cousin understands the law a little bit better too. You know what I mean? So
Exactly. So it's like
so
they can do that. Just
so
like they'll
that's
need to be licensed to practice and
so
everything. So
that's come to when it comes to the lawyers, but when it comes to DA, anybody. I mean, it's gonna have to be an
you're gonna
exceptional
need a
mind.
strong person for that. You're gonna need a
Yeah, we're
strong
gonna have to
person for that
find
because
an
that person's
exceptional
gonna
mind.
have to work
Somebody
with
we
PD.
can trust too. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Person has to
yes,
be
sir.
equally impartial. It's just that obviously that person is not going to like crime itself, but at the same time, if when PD makes a mistake, they need to be able to point out the mistake and make
Exactly.
recommendations
It's
and
got
that
to
type of
be
stuff.
fair for everyone. Like I
Yes,
said, it's about the
sir.
people. At the end of the day, it's about the people. You know what I mean?
and
And
it
what's best
Be on their
interest of
asses,
see,
write reports. I think
and,
that's one of the big
and,
things that Vinny talked about. Police not writing reports properly and that type of stuff. Ugh.
and they do not
and
write
Tim,
reports
and
properly at
Tim,
all. But I've
Tim,
read plenty, and I've seen them falsified too.
yeah,
I've
they,
been there for cases and then seen them actually falsify reports. So
and see that's why I mean not to jump subjects, but that's why I was considering Dutch, because I know he probably don't speak. I mean, want to like be in the limelight, but I mean somebody like that, that's somebody we can really trust, and I know that's somebody that fit well with the team. I mean we're not gonna just push it on them, but we need
oh,
to
I'm
push it
definitely
on.
gonna talk them into that. Exactly, I'm gonna get them in that direction.
Yeah, the
I
DA
think he
job
just wanted to see
is
how
very
everything went today
taxing.
with on on my end or how the
And
meeting
see,
went and
and
things like
see,
that.
you can coach them. See, my thing is right here. See, I mean, it won't be as hard because you right there with them. I mean,
Hmm.
even in court
I know
cases,
Dutch personally, so
yeah,
I'm in contact with him 24/7. So
right. So even
it's
in
very
court,
easy to
you could be in his ear. You could be that angel on his shoulder. You could be that voice in his head. So if he don't know exactly what to say, I mean, you could be in court
help
with
him
him.
out.
You
Yep.
help him out. So it's like, I mean, he would be more of a vessel. You see what I'm saying? I mean,
Be very careful of who you pick, though, because
yeah.
as you would know, the main the state prosecutor has a certain power. Like nobody's. I don't know if this is what you said there, but nobody's unindictable. Everybody can be charged, no matter who you are.
Yep.
he can charge you. Cop, government official, everybody in between. Nobody's above the law.
And I'm
And
be
that
real.
Yes, sir.
can charge anybody.
I'm
So
be
it's kind
honest.
of scary.
I'm be honest here. Right now, Dutch is the best candidate for this job right now. I'm be honest
Hmm.
with you. I don't see nobody else. I mean, this in the city that I can really trust, and I know that's competent enough to actually handle this job, and somebody that you can actually, be able, to work with, and to be able to actually move us forward, other than Dutch, because he's your right hand man already,
Hmm.
and so I mean, him bringing him aboard would be like it would be perfect, Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, any business or anything that we do, we usually do it together. We done construction. He helped me out with construction. We do security. He's there with me.
yeah,
We do
yeah.
trucking. He's been doing trucking with me. So I mean,
Right. So bring him
we,
Yeah,
aboard.
we
Bring him aboard. I know he kind of
yeah,
timid. He
man.
kind of.
Bring him in.
He's. I know he's kind of. He got to get wiggle a little bit. He kind of timid a little bit about the situation. But I think you need to go ahead and just guide him and let him know. Look,
Oh, I
you,
think after he
you
sees
got
that I
him.
actually was able to get the position and like that things are actually getting on the road, things are actually moving in the right direction. That we
Hmm.
actually have a input on how things should be run or how things should be done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm saying is to say,
You definitely have the power to do that now.
it's very vital for him to jump aboard as soon as possible. You know. You see what I'm saying? We're not trying to rush him. But my thing is, I'm glad you accepted the job as well. But it's vital to get him aboard so we can go ahead and get this team going, and we can actually get
Exactly.
a, a, a full
I'll
foundation. So talk to him and see what he say.
once I head out of here, me and him are gonna go do a little bit of truck driving, and I'm gonna speak to him about everything, kind of get him on board with it.
If not, we'll work hard to do it. But like I said, I don't think it'll be hard to get somebody that can work with you as a team. And you can actually be their voice in it.
Yeah, I think the best part with him being there is it's somebody that's somebody that I can speak with, personally on a personal level about certain things that we can actually like understand, how certain things should be done. It's not somebody else that has completely different ideological, views on things. It'd be a little bit more uh easier getting things
That's
done.
good.
We're
Okay,
not going to
cool.
be butting heads and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. And we're gonna, to get these procedures going smoothly, like we want them, and actually get these get these cases in court, so we can have that good roster pasta that we all want so bad.
Exactly.
We're gonna need that to run smooth. We don't need somebody that actually gonna quit, and don't want to do the work or feel like they can't, vibe well with us. Because what I've learned already. That is more important than anything else, to get a team that you actually can see eye to eye, and you have people to say, well, Versetti, you're wrong on this. Versetti, I think we should see it this way. Even though,
Exactly.
like,
We're not tiptoeing around each
mm,
other. We can actually speak to each other
right,
right
right,
then and, figure out what works best for everybody and,
that's it,
what's best for the people, because that's
that's
what
it,
our
that's it,
job is. We're here for the people to make this good, good experience for everybody. So
that's it,
I
Brody,
think
that's
we,
it.
I think we could definitely, I think we could definitely do that here. I think this is the start of something good. So
Let's
I'm gonna
get
tell
it,
you this
let's
though.
get
On
it.
top, I'm gonna tell you the job, the DA job, is very taxing. Police will always reach out, and police is supposed to always reach out to the DA, obviously for help with cases and investigations and stuff like that. So
hmm
personally, what I did, and I'm gonna be very honest with it. It was never about the money, but it's because my Rasta Pasta went beyond just my job. I was interested in having like nice bikes, nice cars, a nice actual home. I had a side
hmm
job where I used to decorate homes. What I mean, I had my girlfriend on here. I was preparing to take that to another level and but actually civ RP out my life and instead of just
Yep.
always being in the office. You're gonna need money for that. And I'm
Yeah.
not the
Exactly.
DA pay, I'm not downplaying it, but I did ask if I could get like an extra weekly stipend based on the amount because it trust me, it's a lot of work. A whole heap of meetings, meeting with PD, meeting with this, looking over cases, this, that, helping with statements, helping with reports. It's yeah, it can get a little bit ouch. Trust me. It can
Oh
get a
yeah.
little
I could imagine.
it can get ouch.
Because the district attorney is who the police reach
Yep.
out to about every
It's the
case, everything
prosecutor.
that's going on. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so a thick skin is needed, so,
hmm
thick
oh
skin
yeah,
is needed.
I'll definitely be speaking to him about it. I definitely would like to have him on, especially somebody that me and I can work with that I know I'm not going to be button heads with and things like that because he's cool headed and level about every situation. He's somebody that can actually discuss things and figure things out without running and trying to figure it out with somebody else. You can actually sit here and work through the issue. So I don't think he'll run off and quit or anything like that. I think
Yeah,
he'll be good. He'll
because
be a good fit.
the good thing is, I mean, you guys will be friends with PD. I mean, friends but not friends with them. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like you're gonna be lawyers and the PD gonna be like pressure you too much. I mean, the thing is, I mean, as long as you guys can, I mean, well, not you, but I mean, pretty much, I mean, when we have cases or whatever, as long as they can communicate with you guys, I mean, I think that pretty much be smooth. So the
Yep.
problem I have is guys not actually want to be in city and actually want to do the job. It's simple if you ask me.
Hmm.
The
Yeah,
DA has to be in city a lot. I can tell you that more than the AG itself. But it, whilst
Yeah,
I
we're
say,
we're here every night. We're
what,
on city.
and
Besides that little
that's awesome.
blackout thing. So besides the
Yeah.
little blackout, we were waiting until we had our we had Tebexes and stuff. So we're waiting for our Tebbies
Okay.
to finally come back. So we weren't walking everywhere. All our imports were gone.
yeah.
So
So
we weren't
so
trying to bum it around for a minute. So we waited like probably like a
oh,
week
the
or two
Tevix,
after
yep,
blackout.
yep.
And once the Tebexes came back, I was back in city. So once I had my vehicles back, I was
Yeah,
back.
and I was texting. I was like, "What's up, Brody? Hey, look.
Hmm.
So which office is the AG office in here?
That
I'm
one.
just gonna go. Is
No,
it
it's
up
that
there?
one. It's that
Is it up this way?
specific one. That big one.
Okay.
And then when you go through that door, it's the first one on the left. Then they go through
Gotcha.
that small office.
Come on,
That's
let's
going to
check.
be a
Let's check
second
your
one.
office out.
Yeah. It's this one right here. Hard enough yet. Coming up with new ideas.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But
be
yeah,
real with you,
that's
Crown. Crown, I got two offices. I mean, I got the office over there, and I like my office up there in the top right. This is my chair office. Ooh, this is a nice office. This is a nice office.
I think I like actually look at the desk you see the
Hold
profile
on.
picture.
Is this my office?
Right here.
I like this office better.
Yours is the same thing, but it's on the opposite side.
And you
But
know
not the
what?
same thing.
See, this the problem is I can't sit in front of my chair like this in my office. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
And you know what else we need to get in city? When you third out of the chairs and you can get a sit in them, we need to get that back.
Especially in court. I think you need to tell them that we need to get that in court. People just go to the chair and just third
Yeah.
eye and then they'll just sit. Especially
Instead
the
of trying to do
yeah,
the
it's
thing,
kind
just kind of.
of
And sometimes on in my eyes it might look okay, but somebody else I might not even have what items I'm using or what I'm
yeah.
doing. It's just a little goofy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That would be
Crown, you
awkward,
could
especially
tell them
third
too,
eye.
Crown. Ah, well, I got.
Ah, yeah.
Dang.
Here, the meeting office. The AG sits right here, and then I have all PD guys sitting over there in that chair.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
This is awesome. It'd be nice to see some of the PD faces again in a different position this time.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah. I sent Versetti. I sent you a link. If you can just send it over to him. That's the proposal for changing the processes for the attempted murder and that type of stuff. The other one, this was already sent to PD, so PD has this already. This was already proposed, but I don't think it was
Hey
put in
man,
place fully and enforced. Because obviously this one is going to need
chill.
court to be working perfectly fine. So we can just keep it at bay for now. Because without a DA, ADA, and defense lawyers, we can't really, we don't want to drag too much attention to court just yet. Once we have those in place, everything will just come together really nice, and the processes, like Versetti
Bring
says,
it here.
will just run smoothly. But that link, I gave it to him. He's gonna give it to you so you can look at it.
Maybe she
And
want to
then
come
the
over
other
here
stuff we
where
were
I'm
talking
at.
about, the whole,
Maybe she want to come over.
25% of the time, that type of stuff, that's actually not, that is not left. I don't think a single person PD has heard that as yet. So we need to have a meeting with them and say to them, and then once we fine tune everything with notes written down, then we'll just the chief justice here will just write. I'll help him write up a document, and it'll just be, or it can be you. It can come from either one of you guys' offices, and announce. I think it's probably you to announce it to the state, so they'll know now that when
Yes, AG.
um you plead not guilty, it's gonna change. It's not no 2 times or 3 times. The reason why we have to meet with PD obviously is because then it has to change in PD's policy. Their
Yeah.
SOPs they need to amend that to reflect the changes. So that's where the AG comes in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, so it's like a real hold down to make sure they're all on the same page and
Right,
can
and
everybody gather. Okay.
it's not. I'm gonna be very blunt. It's not when we here in the DOJ, well, when the judges and the attorney general specifically recommends changes, that is something, it's usually to help to fight crime. It's not something to go against PD. And if it's something that PD doesn't like, it's because it is too much or the federal government reached out to you. I can tell you
That's
from now,
what the
if
word.
something is they're not gonna reach out to
Huh?
me
Yeah, but I
or
was told to
or
bring
Sally. They
here.
might reach out to me only
But I told you to
because
bring
they
here because
know,
I thought
oh,
I
I
knew she
play a
wanted to
vital
come
role
over
in
here.
DOJ, but they're definitely gonna reach out to you, especially
Yeah, yeah. That's
president
what I come out. I
Mills
told you to bring her
himself
on
might
back.
actually
I seen the
email
time,
you and
man.
say, yeah.
I
So
thought she was gonna be
concerning
okay.
this needs to be
She
changed,
wasn't.
or something like that. Um, I just see whatever meetings we have to change certain things as a formality with PD.
Okay.
I mean, as much as I love the guys and I know most of them, they're OGs, they are not of the mind to change certain things because they're just not of the mind to change
You
certain
say
things. Let's just
that.
put it that way.
They don't know
Right.
that.
So it's up to us.
Yeah.
The other thing I forgot to mention, AG, is the repeat offender. You saw that on the penal code.
Yep.
So it's wait, did you see? It's a new one you looked at. What
I
do you know
looked at
the
it.
repeat offender?
I looked at the older one, but I was looking through some of the fines. I know that like it's saying something about like 1 week the whole probation thing works here in the city. Is that a thing anymore? Or?
No, we changed repeat offender drastically. We changed it completely
Okay.
overall. So you should see it in the new in the wait. Do you have the link to the new penal code?
Not yet. I just had the old one that was
It
through the
should be
main
that
email.
one. I said he will send you that one as well. I just sent it to him. Send that to him as well. Um, that's the one that
Yeah,
we are
Cromwell,
working with.
Cromwell. You don't have his email?
No, I don't. I don't have his email.
Okay, because sometimes some kind of way I have problems sending them links, but I did invite him to both of the faction and was
Okay.
DOJ Discord. Did you get that?
Yeah. I got them
Uh,
over there on my
Yeah, I'm trying to
secure
send
access.
those links. See, those
yeah.
I be having problems sending those links. I don't know what's going on.
Shoot Teller a message so Teller can just drop him the AG role. He literally only needs the AG role. He can give himself every other role.
Okay.
Well, not the government ones, but the AG, everything else he can give yourself. So because the AG role is kind of a, yeah, high. It's very, very high.
I got you.
Understood. I appreciate you guys' time. You got food
I'll say, I'll
out
say.
there in Clear Street or anything
Let
like
me
that, bro?
email him now.
Let me see. What do I have? Why is my phone in one? Oh my god, I have no food left. My food is done. I didn't really. Oh no, I have hot dogs. I'll give you five. What's your special? What's your special, AG? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Can you hear me? My
Yeah,
thing went
can you hear
real
me?
quick. Yeah, I can hear you now. My
No, I
phone was
was
being a little
asking
funny there.
what's your special?
My special is in city. It's
Yeah.
167.
Okay, there you go.
What you
Oh
guys?
no, I was trying to give you food. I didn't
Oh
wasn't
no,
asking for
I have
your
food.
food. Oh,
No,
I
no, no.
have pizzas and stuff. I brought extra box of pizza for you.
Oh, there you go. I'll
Yeah,
take
yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's what I usually do if we got meetings and stuff like that. I try to bring extras for everybody. You know.
Okay.
He always had a good stuff.
What's your special? Like if you
Mine's 204.
That stuff right here get you full quick
it
too.
goes fast. I
Thanks.
appreciate you.
Man, you gotta eat about 10 of those hot dogs, but you eat one
That's
slice of
five.
pizza, it fill you up.
But yeah, the repeat offender is going to be the biggest change that will help to deter crime. Everything else supports the repeat offender. So basically, when a person reaches their 10th conviction, plead guilty all you want to. Get arrested now for robbery, guilty. Arrested now for shooting at an officer, guilty. Get arrested for house burglary, guilty. Once you
Just
reach 10,
automatically after 10, it just
now
becomes
10 the
automatic.
office, yeah, but the thing is we're gonna have to drill it into officers' heads because they're good, they're the ones that needs to remember and do it. Once a person reaches 10, right, the officer is supposed to put on file that this is their 10th arrest and they're now a repeat offender. What I was gonna suggest was see if you could um have officer like create a Google form,
Okay.
and then once persons reach 10, let the officer just open that, click that link and just put the person's name in and put the arrest record that
Okay.
is marked as the 10th number, and then just submit it, and it just stores it in a Google form. So whenever they're ready now to find out who are repeat offenders, they can quickly just go to the Google form,
Open it up
control
and
F,
see.
type the person's name, find them, right? And they say, yeah, man, you're a repeat offender, sir. Then look at the MDT and look at the record number. 99 is your 10th. So now you have three afterwards. So this is your, or let's say you have, this is your 11th, right? So the
Mm.
11th is going to be, I think it's 90 months added and 20K or something like that. And that
Okay.
happens the 11th, the 12th, 13th, and the 14th time. When it goes to the 15th time, it now that 90 now becomes 120. Trust me, nobody's gonna go
Oof.
to 15, right?
Shoot.
You're gonna want to get a record expungement. That's where DOJ will make money now. When you want the record expungement, you have to stay without being arrested, not convicted, arrested, meaning you cannot be arrested under no circumstances, right? For anything at all for 3 days. I think it's 3 days for the lowest, and
Okay.
then you apply for the record expungement, and a judge will approve that based
Okay.
on your record. However, if it's more like if it's like 10 up, I think I think for B and for D, no, for B and C, which is like 10, I think it's above 10 and then above 15, above 20, sorry to, I'll have to look at it. But I know two of them needs approval from high command and judge. And I think the highest two, right? I think it's like above 20, you have to come to court. Like a court hearing has to be held, and you talk to court, come to court before a judge with your lawyer, and you parlay as to why you think you should be record expunged, and the DA will be right there to say why you should why you should not, because that
Okay.
he's going to represent the state. Yeah,
Yep,
so give us
exactly.
more Rasta pasta, right? And that's going to be expensive to record expunge. The record expungement costs are up for grabs, so please change those because it's nothing now. I've never seen them. I don't know how much they are, but it
Okay.
should hurt. For the lowest, it
Yeah.
can be a decent amount because I mean the person's coming up to 9 convictions. You can look at the record and determine how much it could cost, or you could make it static. But it's
Okay.
something that DOJ will do.
Okay.
um you can do that, but once it goes above that, man, that money should really hurt. Like I feel
Oh yeah,
like
definitely. If you're
for
just
Yeah, it
going
above
should.
every
Yeah.
other day,
for
they
like
got to
above
deal with you.
15, it should be something like quarter million dollars or something.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I-
it
I-
should be.
or even I don't, whatever you think it is, because that's in your
Well, I've noticed some some cribs they don't they don't mind paying the $100,000 fines, the 200, but once they start getting up to like the 300s, they really start to get pissed off about it. So I
Hmm.
mean, realistically,
yep.
it should be something like that. They got to be punished. They gotta understand that what they're doing isn't right. So it makes
Exactly,
sense.
and this is not that game called GTA Online. This is serious RPO. So
Yep.
you will
Yep,
either
yep.
be smart and not get caught. I mean, like, you're not a good criminal if you keep getting caught. I'm sorry, you're
I
just
mean,
dumb.
yeah, maybe you should find a
I'm sorry.
different job. I
Exactly,
mean, you don't have to come in here and be a criminal. There's plenty of other
Yeah.
things to do. Everybody acts like that's the
exactly.
first thing I come in here, come in and gang bang. I mean,
Yeah, where can I
you
get a
can come
gun?
in or yeah,
Can I do this? Where
exactly,
can I do
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Like, seriously, dude, go do trucking or something and make money and
Yeah.
buy yourself some cars or
exactly.
something. Sure, you
Shit,
wanna
that's
get
what I've
caught
done.
being
I'll
broke?
do construction. Me and my wife helps me and stuff like that, and we'll do
Mm-hmm.
about like 8 a night, and that'd be almost $200,000. Boom, put it in the pocket, and then I'm set. And I do
Yeah.
that a couple times a week, and boom, I'm a rich man. Like
Hey,
Exactly.
look, and look at us. Look at us. We giving you another option too. You come in.
exactly.
You
So now
come
there's more Rasta pasta too. It
join
ain't
the
just driving
DOJ.
trucks around. So
Mm-hmm.
You become a lawyer.
Um,
DA, whatever.
So
So
so yeah, so look over those two links, especially the repeat offender, because that's one
Okay.
thing that we're gonna depend on you to drill into PD that they need to remember. It's very, very important.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah,
I
because you got
think
to stay on
though,
top of their record. You know what I mean, to make sure that they're,
yes,
that they're up to a right, what number they're at.
right. They need to, because I feel like a lot of police officers they don't do it. They don't
Well, I
they
highly doubt a
don't
lot of
check
them
people's
actually.
records.
I was about to say, I highly doubt any of them actually do their investigative work and actually
Oh my
check to see
god.
who this person is and
The
where
simple
they've
thing, you
been
know?
or what they've done. I mean, that's the best thing you can do is because you can find out everything about that person. You can see where they live, where they're from, what cars
Exactly.
they own, everything, every single thing about a
Bro,
but you
person.
know what?
it's a simple thing.
Look,
No, wait,
go
Versatile.
ahead.
They're about to charge somebody, right? You
Mm.
have to open the same system that you're about to use to charge a person, and you don't look at their history. Like, what?
Cause
Yeah,
look, they
exactly.
don't hire detectives. I'm be real. You know, I was an officer. I was an officer. It's like any type of like side division that the guys have, detectives, side investigation, any type of like SWAT team or whatever, or CIA or MCD. Them guys shut it down. So that's the
Well,
problem. They don't have in depth intelligence.
I am looking at this now. I just looked at the faction Discordia, and if you look at the faction Discordia, if you look at the top, look at it right now and see who's at the top of the list in the faction Discordia, and it seems we have a lead detective again. Andre Jacobs is actually a pretty good person. He's actually pretty decent,
But is he actually putting
and
in the
he's
detective
D1.
work though?
No, it's
Yeah,
new. He just put
Okay,
that there. It's new.
I was
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say.
So
He's like he pretty sure he helps run all the faction stuff. Isn't that who that is? On Andre? I think he
yeah,
does
no,
a
he's
lot of
the
that stuff.
business faction manager. He's
Yeah.
not
Okay.
the DOJ
Okay.
faction.
So,
Don't be
but
clever.
see, my thing is, I'm talking about actually in the fields. You know, you can have that title, but you got to have guys that actually,
Are
uh,
out there
yeah,
doing
on
Yeah,
work.
on
but
on, on Birdie, actually looking at what's going on. And I'm be real with you. Soon as
well,
they
there you
have,
go.
it's like soon they get those divisions, those side divisions. It's like they get jealous of each other and they shut it down.
Well,
That's
So
there you
that's
go.
the
That's
that's
the
the
agent's
biggest
job
part
to.
is
I guess you'll have
departments
to have
butting
some
heads with
meeting.
each other. So
Well,
and I
mm,
noticed they with little divisions like that or other people trying to like we were trying to open up the security division. They had an issue with that. Especially something that brings more Rasta pasta and actually helps them out. I don't know why.
yeah,
I'm gonna
I
tell you
don't
from
Has
understand
now.
it.
such a
I'm gonna tell you from now. In that policy, it's gonna say that the security, like if we write something specifically security for DOJ, they're gonna report directly to the AG, nobody else. For
yep.
D1, that's the detectives or whatever division. I personally think that they should also report to you, but they're gonna say, "Oh, they're a subdivision in PD." Blah blah blah. It's like to me, D1 is like FBI. I'm sorry, but the FBI reports to the Attorney General, not no
Yep.
Commissioner of Police. It's not no subdivision. I
Mm-hmm.
try to tell them that they should make it a complete separate thing from PD. You guys are not cops. You're not beat
Yeah,
cops. You're a
yeah,
federal
it's true,
agent.
it's
But they're
true.
like, oh no, it's too much work. Blah blah blah. I'm like, oh my god, you guys are lazy.
We were trying to because they
Yeah,
kept saying we were security just regular like mall cop like security officers that we were like
Mm.
supposed to be at the front door only. We weren't allowed to go anywhere or do anything. Like they were stepping on our toes 24/7 when like right before the blackout. And
Nah, that'll be fixed. Don't worry. I mean, obviously, the policy is going to take a few beatings because when once I get the Senate set back up, there has to be it's going to be like 7 seats, and at least two of those seats are going to be somebody that's in PD. So
okay. They just didn't understand that like DOJ did have special agents and that they were federal officers and that they did have
there's some
specific tasks
marshals.
and jobs and yeah, exactly. They didn't understand that they had specific tasks and jobs that weren't related to PD and on top of it we were running the security division of those, special agents. So they weren't really understanding what we were doing or what our job was, but I mean, for Rasta Pasta in the city, I thought it
It's
was
not their
very
business though.
exactly, exactly. And
Man, we'll
for
get
new
it. We'll get
people,
that set up. Don't worry about it.
yeah,
Cause
we'll
and I
take
it's
care
thought
of
it
it.
it,
set
it,
it
it
up.
looked
Just
it
set it
looked
up.
it
Yeah,
looked very good for new people coming into the city and actually seeing people on guard down here, and then you have
yeah,
someone to
it
talk
was.
to. You don't got to worry about somebody coming and kidnapping you your first
Yeah,
hour in city.
Let me tell you something.
So
You know why you just go through with it now. Don't even wait for me to set up no Senate. Just write the policies for it and just set it up, and we'll look it over and help you put it into place. Because here, what I'm tell you what,
Yeah.
tell you something. I was a DA. I'm the state prosecutor. All of PD knows me, and everybody has to come to me, or I touch everybody's case that comes to court. Obviously, right? And I
okay,
was out there on the lawn one time, and something like some guys were out there shooting and stuff or whatever, and I dial 911, and I made a call and nobody showed up. You know what they were said to
yep,
me after the entire incident? Oh, there was a robbery in Paleto Bay. I'm
yeah,
sorry, the entire PD went to Paleto Bay and nobody came down to the
exactly,
shooting at the
Yeah.
yeah,
city
Yeah.
hall. Are you guys kidding
yeah.
me right
They
now?
don't. They don't
When
I
be
you see
there.
the
had
call and you see it comes from Cromwell, I'm the DA. You're supposed to your ass is supposed to be over here
yep,
ASAP. Like your ass should reach before the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. You know.
Nobody
Yeah.
showed up.
exactly,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. No, you got a point.
So they
That
can't
it
take
makes
no
hundred
issues
percent.
with you putting in your own
There
security
was,
system. You're crazy.
yeah, we tried to, when we were trying to do it
It's not going
before,
to be a try thing. You're the AG now.
we
Yeah.
would,
Call the
we
I
would
shots.
try to
told.
get a,
Yeah.
we
I
would
told once
try
it
to
became
reach
AG, it was
out to
different.
them though, and speak to them and call them, and they were like, when we would reach out to them over the phone and get a hold of them, they would go, oh, we're in the middle of doing something right now. So,
No.
and then they'll be like, oh, we'll be down later, or we'll be down here in a minute. Like, we can't hold somebody detained in a room for longer than whatever crime it would have been that they, you know
No.
what I mean? Like, that's not fair to them either. So at that
No.
point, we're just letting people go and then taking a picture of their photo ID. So, you know what I mean? They weren't coming back and doing dumb shit. But it was a whole mess with
Yeah.
PD. I like you were saying, I think they get a little bit more jealous with the subdivisions when
Yeah,
it
well,
comes to like
that's
other
their
things
business.
popping up. So,
You make it within DOJ or
yep.
whatever. Um, even if I'm not sure if they can tack on a new because there's not a lot of people in the DOJ right now. So you could even ask Teller if he could tack on a security like two new jobs in DOJ, where like head of security and then security jobs, so they get paid whilst you're on duty.
Okay.
The only thing is that obviously you'd have to manage them so they're not when you're not
Going
soaking up
rogue,
because
doing
that's
dumb
still going to
shit.
be
Yeah,
their
exactly.
main is no I mean like with money wise or whatever like
Oh,
pay
okay.
wise,
Okay,
but
understandable.
obviously you'll have your policies set in place and you tell them that this is a professional thing. You
Exactly.
know what you'll tell them, but
Hmm.
dude, you're the AG, set it up. set
Okay, we'll do.
set it up and
Mm.
put it
Yeah,
in
no, that's
place. May
Yeah.
that be
understandable.
your first, may that be the first thing that you put in place. And PD can't say there's nothing. You guys, I heard you guys saying that, oh, PD has an issue with it. And I'm like, I'm over here laughing because I'm like, if I was
Yeah.
AG, they wouldn't dare message me talking about whatever issue with it.
It's
Because I
true.
look at them and be like, who are you to tell me, bro, this is DOJ business. Stay over there. Don't you have some tickets to write or something? Why are you sticking your nose over
One
here?
time we went to do training with all the federal agents, like doing, we're out in international
Mm,
waters, we're riding around, we were doing surveillance training. I wanted them to like, learn how to surveil criminals and stuff like that.
mm.
So we were creeping out over to KO, we were full kitted up and we were like crawling on our bellies up the beach and stuff like that. And we were watching all the criminals doing all their drug stuff. And out of nowhere, we hear a fucking helicopter come over here overhead, and we hear, like a bunch of police sirens and stuff all the way on KO. And then a bunch of them zip line from a helicopter, tell us to put our fucking hands up. And then they go over it, put us in handcuffs, and they're like, oh, they're a bunch of federal officers. And they let us out of handcuffs, they apologize, and they leave. But it's like, what the hell are you guys
I
doing
missed
out
it.
here?
They're
What are
lucky
you.
that they're lucky I wasn't the DA then, because if
Oh yeah,
I was
yeah,
the
yeah.
DA, I could tell you some people want to catch some fire from that. Whoever launched that mission would be the person that felt it.
Hold on, bro.
That
Well, I'm
it
telling
was
you.
one idiot that tell everybody to do it. I
But
can tell,
as
I
an
can
officer,
promise you.
look, as
You know
not
what
as
it
an officer,
was?
but
They just got their Air One back up. So as soon as there was a mission that was far away or something going on, they all jumped in a heli and flew out to international waters and tried to arrest federal agents that were conducting a training session,
no mistake.
away from public.
No,
Yeah, like
no,
trying to
no,
do
no,
it.
no mistake. No mistake. Listen, as a former sergeant, whenever there's shots fired on KO, we get the. I mean, they get the notification, and I'll be real, Rich. They always go out there. I mean, as soon as they see it on the map, we always going out there. That's why they came out there, because it's not just like a 1 day mission. Actually, as soon as we get any type of notification, well, not we, but as soon as they get
But
any kind of.
you guys aren't supposed to be out there though. You guys are supposed to get them once they get back to land. Can't touch them in that water all the way that far. That's not even part of America anymore.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. That's true.
I mean, technically the cops aren't supposed to fly into drug cartel owned lands, and hop down and try to,
But I think they,
do stuff
but,
like
hold on,
that.
but I think they got some going on with the Angels that they give them jurisdiction over there. You know,
From
because
what I was reading through the laws, is they're supposed to get them when they come back from KO, like back into our waters. Like once they hit land, then they can be arrested or out in the water, like close enough to land. But once
okay,
you're that far out, that's international water. They're not
mm,
supposed to be out there at all, touching that.
okay. I guess I think that's something you need to look into.
No, yeah,
AG,
more than definite, because I thought
yeah,
that was a little ridiculous. Because once you go that far out, that, you know what I mean. Even the Coast Guard doesn't go that far out, you know.
yeah. I mean, you got a
It's pretty
point.
smooth
You got a
waters,
point.
yeah.
You got because you know what, like I know why I say that because I was in previous states. They actually Cal Pico had their own police. You know what I mean? So like yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong, I could understand like there being a unit that patrols the water and is a little bit closer, and they have
Mm,
somebody that can go out there and kind of like stop the, the boats coming back
yeah.
or things like that. But you can only stop them at a certain point. Like that
Yeah,
far
well,
out is that far out. It's technically not our jurisdiction, so we'll
yeah,
definitely have to bring
yeah.
that up
Tell we
and
got
speak
them
about
tomorrow.
that, because I thought that was pretty strange.
Yeah, so,
Because I could understand like waiting for them
yeah,
to come back
yeah.
and looking for boats and things like that, but or even getting a helicopter to follow them back. You know what I mean? Because that's what a lot of forces will do. They'll have a plane fly overhead and keep an eye on like the boats that are driving or doing whatever business they're doing till they get to till they get to our waters, and then what they do is they'll pull them over and then get board them and take them off and do what they need to do.
You ain't got to call. No. Yeah. You're right. You're right though. Yeah. So what happened to Cromwell? He said he went his head for a second.
Yeah, he probably went his head for 1 second. I'm gonna do the same thing. I gotta use the restroom real quick,
Yeah.
so
Guess what? I do
excuse
too.
me.
Just for a quick second.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.